Get your copy of Fire. It's definitely a must-read. If you enjoy hood books, this one is it. Just like the title of the book, it's officially Fire. Get it on Amazon, paperback or Kindle.
Peace. This is The Enemy's Public. I am Bro.Nasir. You know what we do over here at The Enemy's Public. We expose the corrupt. It doesn't matter if road cops, crooked cops, are wearing a body cam, or it's the dash cam, or it's a camera that we're pointing at them. It doesn't matter. They will still lie and violate people's rights. It doesn't matter. We're going to get right into it, but before I get into it, I'm going to play a few music selections to allow people to come in. But I'm just going to say, whether it's a dash cam or body cam or one of our cameras, they'll still lie. And they will still violate people's rights. It's just in their culture to do so.
But I'm back smoking on the surface, purple plant, Satan's whispers. Got me back on my dark liquor. That fire water killing my liver, the snake kisses in my ear. It's a natural born killer, yeah. Kill them all, fully key is dead. It's my mind playing tricks on me. It's that man in that trench coat after me. I wake up with my sheets soaked half asleep. Hearing Tupac's voice screaming blasphemy, saying, "Come with me. See, one quick see." And then I hear the voice of B.I.G. Dying ain't the shit, but it's pleasant. Kinda quiet, but I don't buy it.
Day of judgment, God is calling. Underneath the war pigs crawling, begging mercies for the sins. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh Lord,
trapped in the dunya, straying from the path of the sooner. Poor tenders off the naps from Juma. 5 prayers are declared, but I barely get to it. Fornicating with these cappers, my life is a ruin. It's hard to fight back tears when I'm in tune with my music. Banned from the stage, from the occupations I'm choosing. I'm a Muslim by nature, a gangster by circumstance. Sonny says the working man don't stand a chance. And I'm a man, and I ain't perfect. But that's a poor excuse, it ain't working. A man once complained he ain't had no shoes, so he once met a man who ain't had no feet. They say prayer better than sleep. The earth shall belong to the meek. I try to be mindful of speech, knowing everything's written and the clock's still ticking. Therefore, I just pray that I'm prepared for the day.
Judgment, God is calling. Underneath the war, pigs crawling, begging mercies for the sins. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh Lord,
please show me the light. My life ain't right. The devil got my head in a vice. I can't escape him. He keep chasing. In the name of the most patient, I rebuke these things, causing trials and tribulation, trying to test my faith and bringing strife to my life with your worldly temptation. I say a prayer for the souls that's lost in the matrix. Whoever eat of the fruit, ever dwell in the lake. As I walk through the valley, I should show no fear. Forever dwell in the house as the hour draws near. And as you call a lost home, I should shed no tears. Rejoice in your word, cause your truth is clear. They building up and they tearing down. Revelations in effect, yes, here and now. I was terrified of death, but I don't fear it now. I was blind, dumb, and deaf, but I hear it now. Do you hear me now?
day of judgment, God is calling. Underneath the war, pigs crawling, begging mercies for the sins. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh Lord, yeah.
Gonna get it to some ice.
Now this one dedicated to the man them call MacGyver. And no 007 J's boss, spy man inside the area. Maximum respect to the man them call Ice Cube. And no bus no deuce, no 3, 8, 4, 4. Wicked. 1, 2, 3, and I come with the wicked style when you know that I'm from the wicked crew. Act like you know, cause I got everybody jumping to the voodoo. Wicked rhymes, wicked signs. By being the mob, got a trunk full of 9. Play ya and I'll spike ya. I got the makeup, I'ma hate ya. Ready to rock. And it's a must to duck before I bust. Looking for the one that did it, but like in broke, no, you never gonna get it. Cause I'm the one with the fat man skills, and I won't choke like the Buffalo Bill. Sitting at the pad just chillin', cause every bunker just got me 2 million. Oh, what a feeling. So shake that nigga and pass me the pill. And I'll slam dunk it like Shaquille O'Neal. Like it, dig it, maybe. And watch that test too, baby. Kick it, cause I get the wicked. Ice Cube, I touch a famous song, yes, them wicked. If you have the mic and bust up the clown, yes, them wicked. All of them, y'all with the sound. My name is Tantagra, and Ice Cube, we run the town. Wicked, look at the way y'all lick it, I'm wicked. Look at the way y'all lick it, I'm wicked. Don't say nothing, just listen. Got me a plan to break Tyson out of prison. Come my way and get served. Still got a goose that'll run you off the curb. Nappy head, nappy chest, nappy chin. Never seen with a happy grin. Show the background, cause I'm down. Take a look around. All you see is big black boots. Stepping, you must still toe as a weapon. Kick ya and flick ya. Now they want to label this nigga. Tick with the sticker. Digging out girls that's nice deep. Yep, I got a body kept like Ice T. From here to New York, I get skins and ain't talking about pork. Swine, pig, dick. Listen to the flow of a so-called Negro. Who didn't know I was funky as wolves and dig it, cause I get wicked. Ice Cube, I touch a famous song, yes, them wicked. If you got the mic and bust up the sound, yes, them wicked. All of them y'all with the sound. My name is Tantagra, and Ice Cube, we run the town. Wicked, look at the way y'all lick it, I'm wicked. Look at the way y'all lick it, I'm wicked. People wanna know how come I got a gap and I'm looking out the window like Malcolm. Ready to bring that noise. Kinda trigger happy like the guitar boy. April 29th was power to the people. And we might just see a sequel. Cause police got equal pay. A horse is a pig that don't fly straight. Do it down gates, but it's Willie Williams. Down with the pilgrims. Just a super slave. We'll have to break his ass up like Super Dave. I'm wicked enough to pull this. Cause now it's on to the fullest. Gorilla straight from the mist. But I don't miss when it comes to this. Bring the yellow tape, the white tape. Cause I'm so straight.
the mic, yes, and wicked, just put down the gun, yes, and wicked, cause we run it on, and wicked, cause we run it on, yes, and wicked. God, Bro.Nasir, I'm the one them call Ice Cube, international superstar, down Gotham style. Way back in Brooklyn, this side of Los Angeles, South Central style. Country chambers, them run the country. And my name is Don Chicago, we have the tops and everything said. Because we wicked, we pick up the mics, yes, we wicked, we put down the guns, yes, and wicked, now we run it down.
Play one more joint, then I'm gonna get into the subject matter. Just want to take it back a little bit. Felt like hearing this.
So what if that I'm cheating? Now everybody wanna sound around me. I'ma show you how. Come on, all it together now. Yeah, oh yeah. That's how we gotta be. So stop trying to be loud as me, cause you can do that. Think about the play and rush roulette. Read it automatic. I press my ass against the line. The last one is first online. Never step in a rep in a run. I got a weapon as wild. Peace to the brothers on bikers. Open up a trembling, blending like a chameleon. But by to guy, oh my god, I'm so high. Cause they say I run, they say I look like a gremlin. But what does it take to make a kid, make a million children? Slam! Let the boy be boy. Slam! Let the boy be boy. Slam! Let the boy be boy. Slam! I'm the nitty nasty goody smasher, never slow gassing. Sticky swift blast of the raspy rasp fashion. That I provide the USG. Besides the gutter box, make me flip like jiggling hot. Of course, I come across with the pure, for sure. Unadulterated, uncut, raw, disgusting, busted. You wanna touch it too hot, you forgot. You're not ready, your head could get ruptured. Hit between the eyes, I plan, the fan, the lie. I supply the static, ruin the bad guys. The villain, crooks, lighters in the fighters. See the big black picture if you look inside her. My mind is graphic, expressive, graphic. Killer copycat action, it's all massive. Directed it when y'all least expected it. And thought it was safe, I just hit you in the face. So slam! Let the boy be boy. Slam! Let the boy be boy. Slam! Let the boy be boy. Slam! I'm a B-boy, standing in my B-boy stance. Hurry up and give me the microphone before I bust in my pants. The mad author of anguish, my language polluted. Onyx is heavyweight, it's still undisputed. It took the words right out my mouth to walk a mile in my shoes. I face so many dudes, I feel used and abused, and I'm so confused. Now, excuse me, for example, I'm the inspiration of a whole generation. And unless you got 10 sticky fingers, it's an imitation, a figment of your imagination. But wait, it gets worse. I'm not watered down, so I'm dying of thirst. Coming through with the scale, foolproof plan. B-boys make some noise and just fail.
I'm in the mood for hip hop for some reason. 90s hip hop. I'm in the mood for it. We'll get into my subject. But I gotta do it.
Time for some action. It's time for some action. It's time for some action. Come on. It's time for some action. 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 It's time for some
corner, we have the funk body snatcher. Keep funkadelic again, I got ya. Hard enough that I could chew a whole bag of rock. Chew an avenue, chew an off street and off block. To turn around and do the same damn thing to a soloist. Touch Reggie Noble's piss. I crushed the whole brain. Cause you couldn't maintain the funk. They have it rap style for lunch, y'all. Cause 92, I take a whole crew. Give them a punch to the funk, not all of their go-to blues. Now show you what type of stuff I'm on. You can't puff or slip it because I was born with it. The funkadelic devil hit you with the rap level of 10. The 1, 2, 3, your pen. I get action. So everybody jump with your rump. If you like the way the sound bumps, pump it in your back trunk. And let loose with the juice when I do rock. I'm too hot. Some say I got more juice than Tupac. Straight out of Jersey. You heard me, my brother. I'm loud. Time for some action. Lights, cameras, cut back the hammer. Straight from the land of the lost, I'ma hit you with the funk force that make you run your rap style back to the crack style, brother. This strike a pose like Madonna. My mom's picked me out because I did what I want. The original P-Funk, choked up a trunk of funk in your skull cats. Cause my jaw snaps with the raw rap. So color me bad, plus color me black. For the funk that I pack, yeah, freaking to the funk track. The funky fly stuff. Come on and let me kick the funky fly stuff. Just to show you where the hell I come from, I get done with the 1, 1, 2. Check my raps on my hip when I have sex. Like this. Makes you twist to the mist of a funky brain cell when it's pumped on the slip and all that, the hi-hat. Go by them, listen, look, oops, brother, where your eyes at? They on the floor, pick them up while I pour, let the funk down your brain funk. Listen to my name, Trump, red man, ready to rock. I got a Glock 10 pow. Your body is all over the block trying to step to this. The exorcist kick it, I get mad with it when twin cock the biscuit and blow your head off. Just for asking, who's the one rap who pow? Time for some action. Not going for the okie doke. Believe that. Hit squad's definitely in the house. In the house. For the brothers that don't be knowing. What's up? Word is bomb, I gotta show them the flavor. Back to the funk track, like Black Sheep, my man. You say, who's the red man? Where's the red man? I kill, I get down with the red. Yo, chill, G. Chill, lot. It's over, man. Yo, you don't gotta say no more. It's over.
Now, we're going to get to the subject matter. It's a culture in policing. It don't matter if it's a dash cam or if it's a body cam or if it's one of our cameras pointed at them. They still will lie and violate somebody's rights. It don't matter. But I have a, come on up, my brother, Cuddy. I have a video of a deposition of this attorney absolutely obliterating a cop. I'm going to play this deposition and show you how self-entitled and how above the law some of these cops think they are. I'm going to show this deposition. Now, let me pull it up real quick. Bear with me. It's crazy how above the law some of these people think they are. My brother Cuddy, salute to you, brother.
Man, shout out to the guy. Oh, man, and they would call my phone right now. Look, hold on, I'll be right back.
Indeed. We pull this up while my brother gets situated. This cop obliterated this. This attorney. Rightfully so, because this cop thought he was just above the law. And it's ridiculous that mindset is instilled in someone's supposed to be a public servant. That mindset is instilled in them that they don't have to obey the law as law enforcement. That's crazy. Let me present this. Bear with me.
On your way to a report of a stolen vehicle. Do I have that right?
That is correct.
Is that an emergent situation?
It is not an emergency situation. It's a situation where we're going to get there. We want to get the suspect. We want to actually get someone's property back.
The road that this wreck happened on, remind me what it was?
Second Avenue.
Second Avenue. And Second Avenue is a 30-mile-per-hour zone.
My cop caused an accident with his recklessness, and this is a deposition.
Correct?
That is correct.
You're saying this was not an emergent situation, so why were you traveling 60 to 65 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone?
You're absolutely right. I was trying to get there as fast as I could.
You were trying to go there to a non-emergency situation as fast as you could, and you were driving as fast as you could in that zone while operating a cell phone. Right?
Absolutely. And I get where you're going with this, and you're absolutely right. That is part of
They will pull us over and give us a ticket for driving and operating a cell phone. But he was driving 2 times the speed limit on a cell phone, and he caused an accident. He's trying to make an excuse for why he did it. I've seen people get a beat down from the cops because they was on the phone while driving.
part of my job, what I do, and accidents do occur. Like I said, I'm not saying that I didn't do anything wrong. However, it was an accident.
You're saying not saying you didn't do anything wrong. So you're saying you did something wrong. Are you saying you did something wrong?
I didn't do anything. Not that I think I did.
Okay.
I'm on the phone.
He just said he did something wrong. And when the attorney asked him, did he do something wrong? You're trying to backtrack after admitting that he did something wrong, which he was doing something wrong. Driving with your cell phone, whether it was texting or talking on your phone, that's against the law. He did it, and he caused the accident. But he don't want no accountability. He don't want to admit to anything. Just keep watching.
Phone, communicating with my team. It's something. It's part of the job. It's the same thing as being on the radio, communicating with dispatch. I'm trying to get there. You know, it happens every time. There's a flaw.
It's a non-emergency. Plus, he didn't even have his overheads on or his siren. He was just speeding.
Okay, we want to get there as fast as we can, as safely as we can. And in this instance, there was an accident.
Do you think you did anything wrong that night?
Going over the speed limit, I take full responsibility.
But you said that this is part of your job, what you were doing that night, that moment.
Part of my job is communicating with my team. So whether it be on the radio, whether it be through Zelle. We have phones with an application that we communicate with each other.
When you say that you did something wrong,
Mhm.
going over the speed limit,
Correct.
you don't think that you were acting reasonably when you were going over the speed limit, do you?
Objection. You can go ahead and answer.
I was going at the same speed rate that the cars around me were going. So it would be reasonable to be going at that.
What he's trying to say, he was going with the flow of traffic. That's what he's trying to say. He was going with the flow of traffic. It's an excuse that he's using to justify going 2 times the speed limit. He's trying to, make an excuse for doing so. If you're going 2 times the speed limit, first, you're breaking the law, and 2, you pull people over for going less than that and give them tickets, sometimes arresting people for doing what he did. This is how above the law these people think they are, as someone who's supposed to know better.
At that speed.
Your testimony is that the other cars on that street at that time were all going over 2 times the speed limit.
That is correct.
And you're telling me that if everybody else is doing it, that's okay for you to do it.
So that's what we as officers tell other people, that as long as everybody's going at the same speed, which should be a reasonable speed, we're not talking about 85, 90, 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, but 2 times the speed limit of the state. He's trying to tell us, or tell the attorney, that he tell people that they can speed 2 times the speed limit of the state regulations. This is what he's trying to make us believe.
You should try to keep up.
You're telling me if you saw a civilian driving a civilian vehicle at a speed in excess of 2 times the posted speed limit, that you would sit there and say, that's reasonable, that's okay, I'm going to let that go.
No, you'll give them a ticket.
Once again, what is reasonable for me was that I was trying to catch up. I was trying to get a suspect with a stolen vehicle.
So
that is not what he asked. He asked if you seen a civilian in a civilian vehicle traveling as fast as he was going, what would he do? Would he tell them it's okay to travel that fast? Or would he pull them over and give them a ticket, which is what they do?
So it was an emergency situation.
It was not an emergency situation.
And it's not an emergency situation, certainly, because you didn't have your sirens going at the time of the impact, did you?
That is correct.
You didn't have your light bar activated, did you?
That is correct.
So it wasn't an emergency situation.
No overhead light bar, no siren, just speeding while on a cell phone. But you're trying to tell the attorney that he was in a hurry to get to where he was going on a non-emergency call.
You're driving 2 times the posted speed limit, and you're telling me that you think this was all reasonable.
Objection. You can answer.
I do.
So you don't think that you should be held responsible, or that the city should be held responsible at all for what happened to Sandy Ghanem?
So if you ask me personally, once again, if the person in front of me is going at the same speed that I am, and it just comes to a complete stop without putting a signal to turn left, yes, I consider myself as reasonable. And if the person in front of me comes to a complete stop, once again, it's an accident that does occur, and it occurs on a daily basis.
You went through some training to be a police officer.
Yes, sir.
If you don't have your sirens going, are you allowed to drive 2 times the speed limit?
No, sir.
Okay, so you did that wrong.
Yes, sir.
Similar question.
Mhm.
If you don't have your light bars activated, are you allowed to drive 2 times the legal speed limit?
No, sir.
So you did that wrong, right?
That is correct, sir.
And did you, when you were trained to be a police officer, did they train you to use your cell phone while operating a vehicle?
No.
So game's over for this dude. All the things that he did wrong. Everything. He did everything wrong.
Not when you're going in a non-emergency call to a non-emergency call. No, you're not supposed to be on your phone.
Is there any situation where you are allowed to drive? while operating a
Not
phone?
at 2 times the speed limit, sir.
All right, Jonathan. I'm showing on that screen what I've marked as plaintiff's deposition exhibit number 8. Now, this is a clip from much bigger footage that was produced in the litigation. Rather than go through 30 minutes of dash cam and body cam footage, I've clipped it out.
Mhm.
And I'll represent to you that what we're seeing.
Mind you, this is a Texas injury lawyer, acting on behalf of his client, and he's questioning the police officer who caused the accident.
Here, it's the first time I'm seeing your cell phone, if not the only time I see your cell phone on that body cam footage. This is your body cam.
Mhm.
Earlier, you said, or earlier you testified
Mhm.
that the last thing you were doing on your phone was using this Zello app to communicate with the rest of your Dallas PD team. Is that
Mhm.
right?
Correct.
All right, so we're going to watch exhibit number 8.
I was gonna go, but then driving off, but I head over there and channel 7 called.
Here. That's your phone, is it not?
That is correct. Mhm.
So I paused the video.
Mhm.
I've paused exhibit number 8 at timestamp 15. Well, it's not the timestamp on the Axon footage, but it is the timestamp of this particular clip of it.
Mhm.
And I'm going to rewind it back to timestamp 13. So the 13 seconds into exhibit number 8. And you are opening your phone. Accurate?
That is correct.
I've now scrubbed forward a half second, so we're still at time.
He was texting while driving, something that they pull us over and give us tickets for, something that they have signs all over the highway telling us to not text and drive, something that's a hefty fine if you're in an accident or if you're pulled over and you're texting while driving. Someone who's supposed to know better was doing that.
Timestamp number 13.
Mhm.
And the first thing we see when you open that phone is what appears to be a text message or text message conversation. Do I have that accurate?
That is correct.
So the last thing that you were doing on your phone was this text message.
And no,
Objection. You can answer.
why it's on right there?
See, that judge is not having it. His lawyer is objecting, and the judge is like, whoever the judge mediator is saying, you got to answer the question. Now he's going to try to justify and say that if you have an iPhone, you're subject to hit a button by mistake, and iPhones go all over the place. And he's just making excuses for, for his actions, for not paying attention, for texting while driving and causing an accident when they pull us over all the time for doing the same exact thing.
There, I have no idea. You have a phone. Do you have an iPhone? Do you have an iPhone? There's all of these different apps and all these different things that you use, and they open up. And there's times when you open, not when you unlock it, when you grab your phone by accident, you touch it with your fat finger, and they all open up, and they can either move from right to left, and they can change depending on what it is.
I know how an iPhone works, and presumably it's a popular phone. A jury is going to know how an iPhone works. And
yes,
you're disagreeing with me that when you open your iPhone, it opens to you're saying it does not open up to the last app you use.
Do you have footage before this?
If you don't close things out, regardless to what phone you have, whether it's an iPhone or Android, it's going to be on the last thing that you was on. And the last thing that this dude was doing was texting. And his body cam caught all of that. This is his body cam footage that caught him texting while driving.
Because I had already grabbed my phone before that.
So this text message chain here that we're seeing, your contention is that you prior to seeing it in this clip, you had already moved from your Zelle app and you were texting after the wreck. That's why this is showing up first, is because you texted after the wreck happened.
No, I'm not saying I texted after. What I did say was I was on my Zello. Got my Zello. I picked it up. Once again, throughout this whole movement,
I've used Zello several times in the past. It's like a chirp. It's it's an app. It's like a chirp. If you're doing like if you want to contact someone without calling them, if you're working like security or asset protection, instead of using your phone, you can use Zello. It turns your phone into a handheld radio, and this is not consistent of what Zello is. You don't see in a text format on Zello. He's outright lying.
what I could have done, and again, I know I'm under oath, I could have moved it from left to right, and it ended up on that screen right there.
Did you send
under oath? The oath means absolutely nothing to these tyrants, these degenerates. The oath, he's going to actually say, I know I'm under oath. And they lie under oath 99.99% of the time. They all lie under oath. As a matter of fact, they're allowed to lie to us in particular.
send any text messages after the wreck?
I could have. I had a lot of people calling me.
And not only that, he can lie all he want, but a timestamp is gonna let them know what he was doing at a particular time, and the cell towers are going to also, and he'll still lie.
A lot of my friends call me regarding the accident.
Who's this text message?
I have no idea. You would have to zoom in so I can see it, so I can see the name.
Okay. I see there I'll wave my cursor over it. It looks like, what do we call those?
It's an emoji. It's a
Avatar is what
It's
it
an
is.
avatar. Yes.
Whose avatar is that?
No, I have no idea.
You have no idea.
I would have to go and look into my text messages.
And this is a picture of what exactly?
No idea.
No idea. You don't remember this conversation whatsoever.
Sir, this, as you can see, it was back in 2023.
You don't know anybody who uses those avatars that look like that?
A lot of women use an avatar. They can, yes.
And you text a lot of women that use avatars?
Yeah, a lot of.
Jen,
I know where you're trying to go with this. And again, I have nothing to hide. Yes, I do. I have a lot of friends. I have cousins. I have my sister. I have aunts. Yes, we do. We text.
So if we're to take your story as the truth, following the wreck, you switched apps to this text message, and The last text you sent was a string of laughing emojis. Accurate?
Looking at that, yes. No, I did not text it. You said open it up. Was it there? Yes, it's there. It's on body cam. What I'm saying is, what was the last thing I was doing? I was on Zello. I was going to that call. It fell down. I picked it up. Now, once again, could have picked it up. With everything going on, I'm going left and right. Everybody's calling me. You know that when it's so sensitive when you pick it up.
That's not what we seen when he picked that phone up and opened it up. We seen numbers first, indicating that it was locked. And when he unlocked the phone, this is what we seen. So he's lying, outright lying.
It up when you touch that screen, it goes up. It changes either from left to right. Could have dropped it on my iMessages.
If we were to obtain your cell records, there's no chance that you're wrong about this.
To before, way before. But once again,
there's no chance that you texted after the wreck, before you left the scene.
After the wreck?
Timestamp is not going to lie. There's a timestamp. And again, he'll still lie.
After you left, after the wreck, and before you left the scene of the wreck.
I could have texted someone. Yes,
you could have texted this person.
I don't remember that person. I have to see who it is. I can't even see the name. Those are text messages from 2023, July. I have no idea who that is. If I go back to that specific date, yes, I might be able to see who it is. I have no idea who it is.
But you'd be able to do that, right?
I would be able to do it, yes.
Okay. After this wreck happened, were you reprimanded by the city of Dallas?
Well, yes, I was. I was giving a. Not only did they give me points, which is I think that there's a point system. I don't think it's 3 or 4 points. You get into a non-driving status, but they also gave me, I think it's like a white copy where you basically you did something wrong and you have to sign it, which I did.
Okay, so earlier when you said this is just kind of part of your job, what you were doing that night, City of Dallas they don't agree with you on that.
Once again, I'm not expecting, you're doing your job, you're doing a great job. And like I said, I take full responsibility for going over the speed limit, and I totally get it. And once again, I don't expect you to know my job or how I feel about my job when going to a certain call. Yes, there's policy. Yes, there's rules. Once again, I'm very passionate about getting people's property back. And if I feel there's a stolen vehicle and there's a suspect, I don't know what that suspect has done, whether he has a homicide warrant, whether he has any other type of warrant. Yes, I want to get there. It is my.
That's not the issue. This dude is going around the world and I about the issue. The issue is going 2 times the speed limit while texting and causing an accident. That's the issue.
My passion. I want to get that bad guy off the street. Okay. Was I going over the speed limit? I take full responsibility for it. Yes. Yes, I did. Was I on my phone communicating with my team? Yes. That's what we do. I don't expect you, once again, with all due respect, to understand how I feel and how I do my job. But once again, it's not black and white like you assume.
Not black and white, like I assume. This wreck is not black and white.
Once again, no. Again, it was an accident.
Driving 60 to 65 miles per hour in a 30 mile per hour zone without your light bar on, without your sirens on, that's not black and white.
Once again, I take full responsibility for what I did. Full responsibility.
So full responsibility for Sandy Gotham's damages?
Once again, it was an accident. It was an accident. I'm going to a call where I know that I should be with my team. Now, one thing that you should know about that call, most of my team
just don't got it in him to say or do the right thing. My sentiment is when it comes to police, they need to just scrap it. Scrap it all. It's a waste of damn money. Scrap it. Because you cannot find anybody trustworthy to do this job. Everybody's a damn criminals. Everybody's a crooks and tyrants. Scrap the whole damn thing.
We had already taken someone into custody. They were not there. So there's a covert person in that area. Now, I don't know whether my covert vehicle, my officer is going to be by himself and he's going to be in trouble. So yes, I'm trying to go fast. I'm trying to get there quickly so nothing happens to the rest of my team that's on the streets.
So
it is a non-emergency. So what's the hurry for? A non-emergency. He stated himself that it's a non-emergency, but he's trying to get there as fast as he can. Why? Because he's overzealous. That's why. Because he's overzealous and he was looking for trouble and found it.
Responsibility for standing on them sandwiches?
Objection. You can answer.
I take full responsibility for going over the speed limit, sir.
What does that mean? Okay, so what does that mean? What does full responsibility entail?
I was wrong in going over the speed limit as I'm trying to get there to a stolen vehicle.
Does it
entail? I take full responsibility for going over the speed limit.
As a cop?
But you don't take full responsibility for causing the accident. You know, and going over the speed limit is what caused the accident. You say you take responsibility for that, but not for causing the accident. Makes no sense.
You understand the concept of consequences probably better than anyone, right?
Absolutely, sir.
And you understand it's not just enough to say, I did something wrong when something is of a nature that causes harm. So what does full responsibility mean?
Like I said, I take full responsibility in going over the speed limit, trying to get there, trying to capture, trying to detain a suspect and get somebody's property back. Now, do accidents happen? As you've seen, they do happen. And unfortunately, it happened to me.
Negligence causes accidents, does it not?
It does, sir.
And that's exactly what this was, negligent. Because if you had your overhead light bar on and your siren on, people would know to move out your way, but you didn't do it. You neglected to do that, so it's negligence.
It does, sir.
So accidents happen, sure, but accidents happen when someone acts unreasonably.
Accidents happen, whether you're reasonable or unreasonable. Accidents are accidents, sir.
Objection, non-responsive. Let me get to that full responsibility thing one more time. Because I keep on hearing full responsibility, but I don't know what you're taking responsibility for or what it encapsulates. We get that you know you shouldn't be driving that speed in that zone, especially not without any sort of alarming device on. But the consequence of that conduct, do you take responsibility for making that consequence right?
Objection. It's a compound question.
Do you take responsibility for the damages that your conduct caused?
I take full responsibility for going over the speed limit. There was an accident. Now, if somebody got hurt, it is part of taking responsibility for it.
Thank you. All right, you talked about white copy. You received white copy.
I signed paperwork. I got reprimanded by my leadership, sir. I had to talk with my LT, my lieutenant, and my sergeant.
You were reprimanded by your leadership. Who does that all entail?
That was I'm sorry, sir. I've been through about 4 sergeants within the last year.
Go ahead and go through all of them.
There was Sergeant Lumley, Sergeant Olegario, and Sergeant Parker.
Which one do you think it was at that time?
Sergeant Lumley.
But you don't remember being reprimanded? You don't remember which one of those reprimanded you?
I don't, sir. Honestly, when I come to work, I don't even, just straight up, don't even remember half of my cases. Sometimes when I have to go, why? I want to forget about everything that happened at work. I want to live a normal life. When I have to go to court, I literally go to RMS. I click on the case number. I read it just so I can get a refresher, so I can remember. I go to my body cam. I'm like, okay, this is what happened. Okay,
This is a little
all right.
different, though. This is
Yes.
you are personally involved, and you're telling me you don't really remember,
That is correct, sir.
so you blocked it out.
Yes, sir.
It must not have been, and correct me if I'm wrong, but must not have been a very serious reprimand. Accurate in saying that?
No, it was serious for the simple fact that I had to face the consequences of, first of all, I couldn't drive for.
Peace to my brother T. Rig. Let's do a mic check, brother.
Salutes. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, brother. Thanks for joining me this evening. Yeah, I'm going over a deposition. A cop in Texas driving up 2 times over the speed limit, caused an accident, and this is the injury attorney that's going over a deposition, and he just won't take responsibility, outright lying, and he was texting. His body camera, if you see the when he opened up his phone, the last thing that was on his phone when he opened his phone up was text messages. So he was texting while he was driving. He didn't have his light bar on, he didn't have his siren on, but he was driving 2 times the speed limit and ended up causing the accident. And now he's just don't want to be held accountable for his behavior. That's where we're at.
Yeah, because I'm listening to him, right? And you say that you want to live a normal life. Like, wait a minute, you're an officer, you don't live a normal life. What are you talking about?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, and then you say you do 1,000 cases and you don't remember? You don't remember some of your cases now? Like, if you have 200 cases, okay, give or take, you should remember at least 100 of them, at least half of them.
That shows incompetence, brother. If you can't remember, it shows incompetence. And the fact that he said he wants to live a normal life, it's like, my sentiment is, it's like he's saying, brush this off. It's not that big a deal. It's something that's hurt because of my negligence. I want to live a normal life. Can this go away? No, it doesn't go away.
No, right.
It don't. If you want me to stop the video, brother, just, go ahead, good brother.
Oh yeah. Because I what state is this in?
Texas. It's Dallas.
This is Dallas. Okay, so right now, off top, like I thought we were supposed to be texting and driving, though.
Yes, sir.
But you texting and driving, Mr. Officer. So right there's another sign and a clue, like you don't give a damn about the law, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Continue. Let me hear this dude.
For a moment, I had my points taken away. I had to drive with someone for quite some time, which to me, I get car sick, I get nauseous, So yes, it was pretty big for me. I don't like being.
So we're supposed to have sympathy for you because you're not able to drive the patrol car. You have to ride on the passenger side of the patrol car, and you get car sick. We're supposed to have sympathy for you, but you're making an excuse for causing an accident when people got hurt. You see how self-entitled and above the law these people are. What do they
Yeah,
do? I mean, it's ridiculous, brother.
no, you said the key word, Brother Nasir. You said the key word. You know, you got all these excuses, bro. You sound like one of my high school football players on why they didn't do their job properly. Oh no, coach, because yeah, but coach, I didn't go long. Coach, look, coach, I da. Like this is what it sounds like.
Excuse after excuse, bro.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, this is crazy.
You know, they don't accept excuses, but they like to make excuses. When they pull people over, they don't want to hear nothing, brother.
Nothing.
They don't want to hear anything. And when they start writing you, they don't want to hear it.
No.
When they start writing those tickets and those citations, bro, they don't want to hear it. And sometimes for what he did, they'll pull people out the car and rough them up. It's been, brother, it's videos that I've seen that a brother was pulled over for driving with his seatbelt off. It's in my timeline in the community somewhere. If you can scroll, you can see it. They beat this brother so bad for driving without his seatbelt on. And my sentiment is that he was safer driving without his seatbelt on, going 100 miles an hour than an encounter with the cops. Can you imagine that? You're safer driving 100 miles an hour with your seatbelt off than an encounter with them.
I'm sorry to
You know
laugh,
what I'm
but
saying?
that's
the truth. Bro.
That's the truth, though. Like that's yeah. You're absolutely right. All you got to do is just focus on the road, and but with them, this it's too much going on. Yeah, that's the truth, though.
They pull you over because, okay, they're afraid that if you get in an accident, you're going to go through the windshield and possibly kill yourself.
Yeah.
But they'll beat you to the point that you look like it happened to you.
Yeah.
That's how they beat him. He looked like he went through the damn windshield. That's how they beat him. I guess that's an example. Okay, this is how you'll look if you drive without your seatbelt on. We're going to show you exactly how you'll look. And they beat him to the point that he looked like he went through the damn windshield. Crazy.
Because I've always said to myself, like, I've always said this. I've always said, especially with the seatbelt law when they implemented it, I was just like, damn. So when did you give a damn about my life that you require me to wear a seatbelt? When did you care about our lives all of a sudden? Like, that was such a gimmick and a trick and, straight to get money from the people like that. It's kind of sickening.
I don't think they do. It's just another reason to pull you over.
Yeah.
They don't care. They don't care about your life and your well-being. They don't. I strongly don't believe. I think they should just scrap all this, bro. This police thing, scrap it.
Passenger.
So the city of Dallas, as part of this reprimand or punishment, they said you're no longer allowed to drive a squad car.
For a period of time, sir.
How long was that period?
I don't remember, sir.
You don't remember how long you weren't allowed to drive?
No, sir.
So you're telling me that you hated it. You get car sick easy when you have to ride in the passenger seat, and you don't remember how long this was?
No,
approximate for me.
I don't. 2 months, a month and a half, 2 months.
2 months.
I don't remember, sir.
It could not have been 6 months.
I don't think so, sir.
So it could.
When you're into, I think you get either 6 months or a year once you hit your 4 points. If you hit your 4 points, with this one, if I'm not mistaken, I was at 3 points, which I was a point away. That's why for about a couple months they took me off the streets, meaning that I was a passenger. So I want to hit that 4 point mark.
Okay, so you, as of the day of this wreck, you had already had 2 points.
No, so that's what I'm saying. They were reprimands. It was a serious matter. Yes, you are right. Meaning they gave me 3 points.
3 out of 4. 4, you're out, right?
Yes, sir. Correct.
Okay, so we could think of it as a scale, a naughty scale, and you got 3 out of 4. 4 being the worst.
Yes, correct, sir.
So they did not like this.
They did not like it, sir.
And are you on any sort of probationary period with Dallas PD?
I'm off. I'm out. I'm off probation, sir.
Is there any way you can get points taken away, like for good behavior, or?
So every 2 or 2.5 years, it resets.
So you can do something really serious, get 3 out of 4 points, and as long as you don't hit that 4th point, it'll reset after 2 years.
That is correct, sir. From my understanding, it's been like that. Yes, sir.
Detail any explanation on the points. Why did you get 3? What was, aside from the fact that you rear-ended someone, what else did they say you did wrong? I mean, aside from the fact that you were speeding, what else did they say you did wrong?
See, this cop tried to say that the person stopped suddenly, and that's the reason why he hit them. He rear-ended them. He trying to say they stopped suddenly, but he was going 2 times faster than the speed limit. I think it was 30 miles per hour. He was going 65, so he was going over the legal limit, 2 times over the legal limit without his siren and without his overhead lights. And he blamed the person in front of him for not going 2 times the speed limit. Because if you was able to hit the person in front of you, this means they were going slower than you, obeying the law. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Brother T. Riggles. That means the person in front of him was obeying the law, and he just rear-ended him. Crazy.
Did wrong.
An A&I officer came, asked for my statement. They looked at the damage. They took pictures. They took video. Again, I had paperwork to sign. I signed it, and you would have to go ahead and ask for a copy of those of that paperwork.
You don't remember what all they told you did wrong?
Going over the speed limit was one. Yes, sir.
Was one, but my question was what else?
I don't remember, sir.
You don't remember?
No, sir.
You're 1 point away from losing your badge. You don't remember what they told you did
I'm
wrong?
1 point away from losing my badge. I'm not going to put any more stress on myself. What I'm going to do is
So you're telling me you're about to lose your job, and you were in this accident, and you don't remember your reprimand. You don't remember what they told you that you did wrong. You see how these people lie, bro? They just lie. They can't be trusted. It doesn't matter if it's a dash cam, if it's a body cam, or if it's a camera pointed at them. They'll still lie. They'll still violate people's rights, and they'll still lie while that camera is pointed right at them. It was his body cam that busted him. For the most part, it's their body cam or their dash cam that jammed them up because they do stupid stuff right on camera and don't even care. Why? It's because they think they're going to get qualified immunity, just act like they didn't know what they're doing, or they didn't know they were doing something wrong. Now, That's one thing that should be abolished, qualified immunity, because you shouldn't even be on the streets if you don't know what your job is. How are you law enforcement and don't know the damn law? How? And 6 months of training to deal with life and death situations on a daily basis for 12 hours a day. And then they got other jobs that require 2 years of training. You know, women can't do hair until 2 years later once they train to do that. So you're telling me women got to get more training to do hair than they got to get to deal with life and death situations? That's ridiculous.
I'm going to listen to my sergeant, listen to my lieutenant. I'm going to take my consequence, take the punishment, take the consequence, and wait for my turn. Wait for my turn to come back.
This happened. I know you said you couldn't remember the day that it happened, but looks like the timestamp on this video here in exhibit number 8, timestamp, the Axon timestamp says July 21st, 2023. Does that sound like the date that this wreck happened?
If it's saying July 20, these cameras are pretty good. So yes.
So it's been a little under 2 years. Well, about a year and a half since this wreck happened.
Yes, sir.
Can you, as we sit here today, are you allowed to drive a Dallas PD vehicle?
I am, sir.
All right. And so that they gave you a new vehicle after a couple months?
Correct, sir.
But now, on the topic of Axon, I noticed you have an Axon body cam, but you did not have an Axon dash cam inside of your squad car on the night of this accident. Accurate?
No, there was a camera. We have to have a camera on.
But an Axon camera.
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you.
And were you wearing your seatbelt that night?
I was, and I took it off. Why? I had to pick up my. I can't pick up my my phone with my seatbelt on. Took my seatbelt, and that's when the accident happened. And I did get. Now that you mentioned it, that I got points for that as well, for not having my seatbelt on.
For not having your seatbelt on. Okay. Let me play this Exhibit 8 all the way through, just to see if there's anything else we can talk about. I doubt it. Okay, so you had one app open at this time. You had the text message app open.
Yes, sir.
And then when you scrolled up, as we see in timestamp number 14, you don't have a bunch of different apps open. You have a text message app open. See that?
Can you want it again?
I can play it through as you, and then you open that app. So let's go back. So the timestamp 14 or 0:00:14 through, and then we go and we get to timestamp 16, 2 seconds. That's where we're seeing, what apps, or really should I say app, you had open at that time. And it was the text message app, the text message app only. Do I have that correctly?
Again, I clicked on the Zello. I'm not sure where you're going with this.
I'm saying.
So I clicked on Zello. I opened Zello up. What is that supposed to show?
Well, you said that you were on Zello.
Yes, exactly.
But that was what you were last on. But this is the first time we're seeing the cell phone, and when we open the phone, all we see are text messages.
Once again, I'm not sure where we're going with this. I open up Zello. I'm not understanding, sir.
They are hiring the mental impaired, brother. If you can't understand what this attorney is saying to him, I mean, why was he allowed to be on the streets? And how did he graduate from the academy if he can't understand a simple question? These are not hard questions. It's your phone. When you open your phone up and you've seen, the text messages, usually the last thing you were on is what you will see if you don't close it when you open your phone up. And he's trying to tell us that he pressed Zello and it went to text. We don't buy that. My brother Kyrie, peace, salute, my good brother.
Let's ask about. I'm assuming that this is Zello here.
That is Zello. That's yes.
Okay, so that little orange icon.
So as you can see, like for example, right there, this is what I'm trying to see, that it's very sensitive and a lot of things happen. That little button that you see, that's not the little button that was supposed to be there. All right. There's a big button. There's a huge button. And that's.
So how did a button get there? So buttons just pop up out of nowhere on the phone, right? I mean, I never had a button pop up on my phone. Anything pop up on my phone that I didn't, download as an app. I don't know. I don't know what happens with iPhones. Things just pop up on iPhones and go to text messages when you press something else that you want to go to. Make me understand it.
That's the reason why we have it, because it's easy to click. I don't have to be looking for it to click on it, because we have to be communicating back and forth in live time. So that's another thing that it changed. I don't know how. I don't know if it's sensitive what happened, but that screen to Zello, as you can see, there's an X. It goes back, and I can bring my city cell, and I can show you. There's a big button. If somebody can download Zello, I can show you how it works. But that's not the little button that I was using.
Objection, non-responsive. I'm just asking if that is the Zello app there, where I'm waving my cursor at timestamp 16 on Exhibit A.
That is correct.
Okay, so you open it up at this time. And that's when you're calling the team about something.
Letting them know what happened? Yes.
All right. Pull up.
Going 65 miles an hour and taking your eyes off the road is reckless, negligent, and dangerous. And that's what he did. Reaching for his phone instead of pulling over if you really need it. Instead of pulling over, he reached for it. And that's when he rear-ended the car in front of him.
Up exhibit number 1. Now, there were a number of different officers from Dallas PD that arrived at the scene that night. Correct?
Correct.
And I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but a lot of the body cam footage from those officers has been produced in this litigation. You're aware of that?
Yes, sir.
Have you watched that?
I haven't seen anything, sir.
All right, let's watch a clip from one of the officers' body cams. All right. I'll represent to you that this occurred after the wreck happened,
Mhm.
while several officers were there and investigating it. I think that the context will become abundantly clear once I play it. So this is what I am marked as plaintiff's deposition exhibit number 1. Let's go ahead and watch.
Hey, were you driving by yourself? I was driving by myself. All right.
That was you that we just saw?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, you got your driver's license on you? I actually don't have it. I forgot you.
You did not have your driver's license on you that night?
No, not on me. No.
Okay, and you would give somebody a ticket for driving around without their license, wouldn't you?
That's exactly what I was about to say. He forgot his license while on duty and caused an accident while going 2 times the speed limit, while texting, dropped his phone and reached for it. Wow. Everything that they would give us a ticket for and arrest us for, he did as law enforcement.
Straight up, if you check my records, I have not given anyone for no license. For no insurance, yes, but for no license, if they have an ID or anything else to prove who they are, I have not. I don't write tickets for no license.
You are allowed to, though.
I am allowed to, yes, sir.
And they actually train you to cite people for that.
Yes, sir, they didn't.
Pause it. Nasir.
Yes, sir.
So, with his 200 cases that he seems that he can't remember, but you remember never giving someone a ticket for no license.
Good observation, brother.
This is like these, these intelligent fits that people will, or the establishment will put me through sometimes. And I'm sitting here and I'm listening to this guy like, you're lying.
Yes, sir.
Like you haven't stopped lying. And you don't think that this attorney or whoever this guy is questioning you, but he knows you're lying. Yeah,
and he's setting traps for him, T. Wriggles. He's setting traps for him. The attorney is making him incriminate himself. That's why I tell people, when you're pulled over, don't answer no questions, ask questions. Because the Fifth Amendment doesn't apply to the officer, it applies to you. You can talk when you want and you can stop talking when you want. But the cop has to answer your questions. The Fifth Amendment in that equation doesn't apply to the cop. So the best thing for you to do is don't answer no question and ask him and make him jam himself up. He'll lose qualified immunity by what you ask him. Make him admit that he knows what he's doing by how you ask a question. Because if he knows he's violating your rights, there goes his qualified immunity by just what you ask him. But a lot of our people, they're answering questions. Don't answer no question. Ask questions.
Run myself? No, I mean, I would run you.
What do you mean by, do you want me to run myself?
I'll run myself is basically I put my information in, everything comes out, and my DL number, my driver's license number comes out, and all my DL information is going to be in front of you.
Okay, so that would be what you would do in a situation as a responding officer investigating a car collision. You would do that to the drivers. You would run them.
Yes, correct.
Do you think that's appropriate when you yourself are one of the drivers involved in the accident?
I'm trying to help. And is it appropriate? Once again, it's the situation.
No.
I just got in a car wreck. I'm trying to help out, get the information out.
Let's go ahead and play the rest of it.
Texas driver's license? Okay. Last name Perez on your driver's license? Perez. Before that, is that dual last name or just Perez? Perez, and then check Chenge. Is it hyphenated? Just like the hyphenated? Okay. Yeah, and then P at the end. Chenge, yeah. So Chenge. Okay. First name is Jonathan. JONATHAN. No, date of birth, 05/15/1988. Okay. And what's is that 725 South Jim Miller? 725, yes. Or North Jim Miller, I forgot. 725.
Damn, dude was born 1988. Damn, he look old as a motherfucker, yo. Born in 88. Damn.
Hey, I was gonna say, like, man, you real young out here.
Yeah, he's dude. I mean, I'm because I have children his age. If he's born in 88, like damn.
Oh man. I was born in 76. Shit.
You know what I'm saying, boy, bro. Wow.
Jim Miller's in South Dakota. All right. What's the zip code on that station? 75217.
Who is this that you're speaking with?
That's the ANI officer.
Do you happen to know his name?
I don't.
What is?
Absolutely, brother Kyrie. It is a total disregard for safety. Let alone the law, which is the problem. Those who serve in law enforcement should be held at a higher standard and triple the penalties. I agree with that wholeheartedly because of how they want their perception to be. A lot of cops walk around chest out. They want to be perceived as these heroes without any example of heroism. They want compliance. When they pull you over, they want compliance. They want you to comply. They ask for ID, even if it's unlawful. They want you to comply, even if it's an unlawful request. And when they break the law as law enforcement, the penalty should be higher than a civilian. Way higher than a civilian. Absolutely right, my brother Kyrie.
What is an ANI officer?
It's Accident Investigations Officer.
Okay. Why is it called ANI?
Am I mistaken? ANI, I have no idea, sir. It's all right.
What's up, Kyle? Which the station?
So he don't know the units in his department. He don't know the units in his department. He's oblivious to his job altogether, it seems to me. How did he get hired? Somebody above him in rank, whoever hired him, should be, liable for his actions because he just makes excuses after excuse and will not accept accountability for causing an accident that somebody was injured in.
Yeah, no accountability whatsoever. And I wonder what state this gentleman was born in and who raised you, because it seems like that you can't admit to any fault here, and the ones that can't admit any fault in any action. Now we're speaking, if this is the case, well then this individual that we're seeing on the screen, Brother Nasir, this person's a narcissist, and that's a very serious virus that people have. And I'll land right there.
Brother, you're absolutely correct, bro. He's a narcissist. He's a self-centered self-entitled narcissist. That's exactly what he is. Good observation, brother.
Takes your phone number 214-670-8345. Okay. And so start check.
Take this back to me sometime tomorrow, whenever. I'll be right with you.
What is that he handed you? What does it look like?
He don't remember. He don't remember anything.
That
Piece of
part.
information with my sheet with my information. I don't, like I said, sir. I don't remember. I don't remember. Once again, could be
Did he hit his head in the accident? Because it seems like you don't remember a damn thing.
You don't remember a damn thing at all. Like, for real, yo? All right.
Did he hit his head in the accident? Damn. He don't appear to be injured. Do he look injured to you?
Nah, but it seemed like he got a mild minimum case of amnesia.
Yeah, to me. Damn, he don't remember anything.
No, nothing.
could be a sheet for the drug test. After any accident, you have to go back to this immediately back to the after you're done giving your information, your statement. You go back to the substation, and you get drug tested.
Okay, so if someone rear-ended you, if the driver of Sandy Ghanem's vehicle had rear-ended you, you would still have to sit for a drug test?
Anybody involved should, yes.
Are you required to?
You're required to.
If you're rear-ended?
I wouldn't be able to answer that. Not.
So I know they didn't make the person that he rear-ended take a drug test when it wasn't their fault. Please don't tell me they made that person take a drug test.
Like, that doesn't make any sense at all. Like, how you're the one, and he just contradicted himself. Like, this guy's full of contradictions. He says, well, anybody in the accidents or anything, it's mandatory to get a drug test. And then he asked him a question. And he was like, oh, I don't know. Like, wait a minute, but you just said.
Exactly. You don't know anything, bro. But you know what, though? I don't put it past them making the other person, take a drug test and then pinning the accident on that person to cover this cop up. I don't put that past them, bro. I don't. He's in the wrong altogether, and they'll try to get him out of this and from under this and take the victim and make the victim the culprit. They don't mind doing that, brother, and I don't put it past them.
You don't know?
I don't know, sir.
Let's go ahead and keep playing.
Yeah, and then I'll get with you after we watch the video stuff. Okay, and so so what happened? Okay,
There's a blockade. There was a blockade right over here. It's a Dodge Ram, red Dodge Ram. I'm on route. I'm like, let's go check it out. Okay, so I'm heading over here. And as I'm heading over here, all of a sudden, next to me, there's a silver Armada. Stops, no signal light, and I try to miss it, and then I hit it. I end up here. I immediately turn my body cam on. Okay, I go on, and I'm like, hey, buddy, like, what happened? Why'd you stop like that? And he's like, I'm sorry, sir. He's like, I was following my GPS, and they told me to turn right here. Okay, and I'm like, I get it, it's all good, but like, you can't stop like that. You gotta, right there. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. So,
which lane were you in coming down?
I was on the left lane.
Inside lane.
Yeah. Left behind.
You see how he's trying to blame the victim. Why did you stop like that? If somebody stopped and you hit them like that, that means you were traveling too close. 12-second rule. That's everywhere in the United States. 12-second rule. You're supposed to drive, at a speed and at a distance that it would take you 12 seconds to hit that person. That's a 12-second rule. But if he hit that person because that person came to a sudden stop, that means he was traveling too close.
Behind him. Like, not behind him, but like,
Or
so he's in front of.
You were saying something, brother?
or brother, yeah, or brother Nasir, that the reason why you didn't see the sudden stop because you was texting. This is the whole thing. You was texting and driving, and you shouldn't be doing that. Only
Yes, yes, sir.
a person that actually look. Everyone texts and drives. Okay, you know what I mean. And you know you got to practice at it. So you know you got to look down, look up, look down, look up, look up. But you know my daddy's always told me. My father taught me. My father taught me when you're driving, you don't look at the car in front of you. You look at like the third car down the line. So you're way ahead of everyone. So any sudden stops, any movements, you're going to see everything. But you can't see everything if you texting and driving, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I'll never do, text and drive. I'll never do that. But what he did in actuality, brother, that he admitted to is dropping his phone. He dropped his phone. He reached down and got it. He was reaching down to get it. He couldn't. He took his eye off the road. That's when he ran into the person. So that's negligent altogether.
Yeah. So
you drop your phone. If you need to pick it up, you pull your ass over and you pick your phone up. But you don't reach down for your phone.
Right. And what blows my mind is how are you going to drug test the other person, the victim? Like, are you serious? Are you serious right now?
Let me tell you something.
Let's say if he was. Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. You got it.
No. Say he was on. If he was on crack or heroin, and he's a functional crackhead, a functional heroin addict, right? That was driving on the street and saw a car in front of him, or a cat or a squirrel, whatever it might be, and stopped suddenly, and you rear-ended him. What's that? That's not his fault.
Exactly. And you know what? And that would be too convenient, bro. If the person in front of this cop just so happened to be drunk or had something to drink, and I've seen police officers do a sobriety test. The person passed with flying colors, don't smell no alcohol, person don't even drink. But they'll take that person, and I've seen them take people in and make them take blood tests. Take them through all that, and the person come back, they had no alcohol in their system, but they just, let me tell you something, what they want to do. They want to draw blood, whether they down putting a needle in you or shooting your ass. They want to draw some blood from you.
I was about to say that. Look, and the ones, if that happens to anyone, that person that it happens to is a clear indication that and you don't drink, and they withdraw blood from you. Hey, they want your blood for some reason. They want to analyze you. Because that makes no sense whatsoever. Exactly. If police officers are doing that.
Yes, I've seen it, bro. I've seen people pass a sobriety test, wasn't high, wasn't drunk, had nothing to drink, don't even drink, bro. But they hauled them in and drew blood to test for sobriety. And that right there should be a charge. That should be a charge right there to draw blood from somebody unnecessarily. Force them to do it. They're forced to do it. To stick a syringe and draw blood. They're forced.
Yeah. Because look, brother Nasir, man, look. Because sometimes, right, for people that are into the arts, that's all you need. is a drop of their blood, and then you can do you can go New Orleans on them. You feel me? You go, here's the blood, and here's the chicken, here's the dragon tail, and then do this on a person. Like, that's sinister to do that. That's extremely sinister. That's all I'm saying.
They want to draw some blood from you. They are, you know, they're bloodsuckers, bro. They want to draw some blood from you. They're out for blood, whether they're drawing it from you in a medical center, or they're spilling blood by shooting you. They want blood.
Yeah, we're dealing with some real deal vampires.
Definitely, bro.
Real deal.
Straight up.
Real deal. On the physical, they'll try to get your blood, or they'll try to drain your energy somehow. Real deal vampires. Like, that's just crazy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, he just randomly stops to, like, right here to make that time. Okay, into the business or into their business? Yeah, he said pick up his dad. Okay. And then he's falling to his right there. Okay. Or you try to avoid him and flip the back when you guys hit that. Try to avoid it. I think it was like a separately, like I saw no card coming, so I turned all the way right. And I just go, okay. Where you want to
He wasn't even took his seatbelt off, so he violated the law all over the place, bro. Everything that they would, you know, violate you for, give you a ticket for, or potentially arrest you for, this dude did. He's just totally incompetent all the way around. Has zero competence, bro. Zero. And he's out on the street dealing with life and death situations. Who the hell hired him?
Guys, so he asked you twice if you were wearing your seatbelt. It's not true, is it?
No, sir. No, it was not. And as you can see that night, I go back and I tell him exactly what happened. Because I'm going over it. Yes, I do wear my seatbelt. Yeah, at times I do take it off. And when everything was happening fast, I had to go check on them. I was still buzzed from the accident. And then when I went over the whole thing, I remembered, I go back and I tell them.
Okay, so you were still buzzed at this point following the accident.
Yes, sir.
All right, about seatbelts, why do we wear seatbelts?
Safety precautions.
Because if you don't wear one and you get in a wreck, you can get hurt or killed.
Yes, sir.
And in this particular wreck on July 21st, 2023, you may not have sustained what you would consider a serious injury, but you did sustain some injuries, did you not?
I did, sir.
Did you get it checked out at any hospital?
Not that I know of, sir. No, I didn't go to the hospital. Probably like a couple.
Not that I know of. That's the wrong answer to that question.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Not that I know of. Did you seek medical attention? Not that I know of. That's yes or no. That's clear cut.
You know, and he's a pretty, he's a pretty, like, you know, muscular guy. Like you can withstand some things here, and you can be all right more than maybe an average person. So, you know, the lying, like everyone in this courtroom has to know, like, dude, you're lying. But we gonna play this game with you. Like,
yeah, I mean, the more and more the attorney question him, the more he jams. I guarantee you, I'm gonna do my due diligence to get the outcome of this deposition. I guarantee you, the person that was involved in this accident got paid, because this is an injury lawyer that's doing this deposition, the attorney. So I can guarantee you that whoever was involved in this accident, who he rear-ended, got paid. They got paid.
Oh yeah, Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And how you don't answer
Couple
the
weeks
simple
later.
question like, if you don't wear the seatbelt, you can go through the windshield. The windshield, and you can't answer that.
Brother, either he don't know, he's making an excuse, or not that he know of. So that means he can't answer a simple question as a what? He has to be 36 years old, going on 37. That's how that's his age, being born in 88.
Yeah.
He's just making excuses or outright lying.
Yeah. And you know what?
Later,
You know what? That's something that even I myself, I make sure that, especially when in any arguments or conversations or something that goes on that line and someone's questioning me, right? I'll answer their questions without avoiding or making myself look smart. Or do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if you ask me a question, then I'm gonna say yes or no, even though I know where the person is leading, or I want to explain why I just want to answer that question, but I make sure that I just answer it plain and simple as the person's asking me.
I mean, that's the best way to answer questions, because if you know, just know Miranda, you know who Miranda is, right?
The Miranda rights.
Exactly. Anything you say can and will. So the best way to do is answer those questions short. That's it. Answer it short.
Right. Right.
Cut my at the substation. I cut my finger. I went to the hospital. I actually got
I'm not asking about that. I'm asking about this wreck. You don't know if you went to the hospital?
No, I don't believe I did. I don't.
You had some cuts on your arm from this wreck, right?
I did. Yes.
Cuts that were not there prior to this wreck.
That is correct, sir.
And those cuts were from the glass, your front windshield breaking.
Most likely, yes.
So you had injuries. Well, let me ask one more thing. Your airbags deployed. I saw that correct.
That is correct.
And so we had it. Your airbags deployed. You did sustain an injury.
Mm-hmm.
This responding officer asked you if you wore your seatbelt. You say no. He asked you again. You say no. Do I have that all accurately?
And he asked me if I had my seatbelt on at first, and I said yes. Or did I say no?
And you said yes. And then he asked you again.
Oh.
Said yes. You want me to play it again?
No, that's what I said. So I see, and like I said, I went over the whole thing again. Once I remember, I'm like, you know what? I didn't. I took it off when I had to pick up my phone, and then
he lied to his sergeant twice. You don't got it in him, bro. You know the truth has to be in you to come out you. So evidently, it's not in you. So
I went and told him.
We'll get there.
Wow.
But let's watch the rest of this clip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you wait, seatbelt. This is. Wait, seatbelt.
Yeah, that's what he's showing me.
What?
Okay, so now he's at you for the third time. Were you wearing your seatbelt? And you said
Yes, like I said, I was adamant that I actually was wearing my seatbelt. So I'm looking at it, and then I'm like, why is that? I'm like, I go back and I'm remembering it. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's why I didn't have my seatbelt. And I went up, I'm like, you know what? I wasn't wearing it.
absolutely, brother Kyrie. You know, he was traveling at 65 miles per hour. 1 second with eyes off the road is equivalent to 95 feet. That's the truth. And I also share that sentiment that he should be relieved of his duties. But you know, when we have people on his department that has the same mindset, they're not going to punish him for this, because as a matter of fact, he's still on department now as they doing this deposition. And if I'm not going to say if. I'm absolutely certain that these people got paid because of this man's negligence. But we need to keep in mind that he's not a liability to the department because the money's not coming out the department's budget. The people of Dallas is going to pay the person who was injured in the accident. And that's one of the main problems because it's not going to hurt Dallas Police Department's budget. If it did, he would definitely be terminated for that because when it comes to money, they'll fire you over that. You are quicker to be fired and prosecuted for money than you would for shooting somebody. They'll prosecute you faster or take for messing with their money first before they prosecute you for killing somebody. And that's the problem. The money is not going to come out. It could be $30 million. Not 1 cent is going to come out of Dallas Police Department's budget. It's going to come out the city's budget, which is a taxpayer budget, which is double jeopardy because we're already paying them with tax dollars. And then we got on top of that, pay somebody who they injured. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
Alright, so I take some pictures of injuries and then then it goes to like 35 actually. I'm gonna use whatever's on that side of the same point. So no, I'll probably use the intersection. So whatever second add and then it changes drastically.
That vehicle that we see here at timestamp 4 minutes and 12 seconds on what I've pre-marked as plaintiff's exhibit 1. That's your squad car involved in the wreck on July 21st, 2023.
That is correct.
That's correct.
That is correct, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, I think we need to go top of it and stuff. I'll use 5,300. This one I just use 53 and 52.
If this had been a civilian that caused this accident, rear-ended another civilian, they'll be in cuffs. They'll be taking sobriety tests at the department after being arrested. Especially when if they look at that phone and found that the driver was texting, oh yeah, they'll be in cuffs, bro.
I'm getting my city phone, take pictures, and then we'll go with you. So if you want to go to the hospital, then we can get together. So, okay, we'll be right back.
All right.
I gotta find out who this dude is because if I ever get in an accident, I'm calling him. I like the way he, do depositions and interrogate.
Yeah. I like the questioning.
Oh yeah, his line of questioning is sharp. You're not letting nothing fly, bro.
All right, I'm going to pull up exhibit number 2. It's another clip from the officer, one of those responding officers' body cam footage. You ready?
Ready, sir.
Now, this is the same officer whose body cam footage we saw in the last deposition exhibit. It's just a separate clip.
Brother T. Riggles, did I mention to you that he didn't even have his license on him? Did I mention that?
No,
to
yeah,
you?
that's I got that from when I was listening.
Okay. He didn't even have his license on him while on active duty. They asked him for his licenses. He said he don't have it. Did everything wrong, brother. Talking about incompetence.
And what we're seeing here is him running you and the other driver, as we talked about earlier. Is that right?
Correct.
So do an investigation on the driver that's open containers from the passenger board. But you did have a passenger in the car, so that's no guarantee. Okay, we'll drink them, but I'm still gonna. Yeah, let's just do it. Did he admit to driving? Yeah, he said he was driving. He was in the left lane going this way. If he has someone make the U-turn, so he slows down to make the U-turn. Next thing you know, it's like a hit behind. Okay, yeah, that's kind of the same story that All right, I have their IDs. If you want to go start your stuff, I'm going to finish up with the officer and get him out of here. Yeah. Okay. Next, Mono, figure out what time. They'll probably go write the ballot. I probably figured, but.
Why did he take a picture of you? Just to investigate?
It's part of the investigation.
John.
He's taking pictures of the injuries to your arm?
Correct.
Anywhere else? Don't say anything. I think I hear it. I'll hand my rib there. Is this from it? Was that old? I think it's old. Okay. And then in midsection? Okay. Hey, and one thing. Yeah. So did have my my seatbelt on. Dropped my phone over on fruit. Took it off. Never put it back on. Okay. Yeah. So at the accident, you didn't have it on. I did not have that. Yeah, I didn't. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that things became less buzzed for you at this point because you came in and said no.
No, that is correct. I went over the whole thing. I'm thinking why I wasn't wearing it. I told him I did. I go back. I dropped my phone. I had to pick it up. So, yes, sir.
Just tell the truth, all right? Yeah, all right. Yeah.
He says, just tell the truth, all right?
No, and I get it. I would, as an officer, I would think the same thing. You know, you give me a story, and then you come up to me and tell me again. It's happened to me. I've had from witnesses to complainants. Give me one, and they come back. You know what? I remember this is what happened.
As an officer, if you catch somebody not telling the truth, and you're investigating a scene, that leads into their credibility as a whole, does it not?
It does, sir. Yes.
And if you catch them in one lie, you're less inclined to believe them about other representations they've made.
Yes, sir.
So what about you? You can lie through the whole deposition and expect to have credibility?
Yeah. This is I'm telling you this. I'm telling you, Bro.Nasir, man. I don't understand how people like. Why don't you have a problem with just saying, "All right, look, it's my fault." Like, what's wrong with just
Yes, sir.
saying it's my fault?
You're right, brother. But when you describe the person, brother, when you're a narcissist, you're not going to do that, bro. You're not going to do
No,
that.
you're not. It's almost like I don't know what to call it. I don't know how to pinpoint it, right? Because I never understood narcissism, Bro.Nasir, until I had to experience 2 to 3 different people, in my friend circle here. That, oh my God, I never knew what it was until I looked the definition up, and then I said, "Oh my, whoa, this is a very serious thing."
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, Jonathan, what I got up here on the screen, I've marked as plaintiff's deposition exhibit number 3. By the way, these are all pre-marked and they tend to go out of order. So it's fine, arbitrary, just so you know.
Okay.
This is what I represent to you be a clip from that same responding officer's body cam footage. It's again a clip from a much longer single set of footage.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and play it.
Oh. On cameras, man. I guess we'll go with this one.
Okay, so you had an old camera in your vehicle.
There you go. Yeah. As you can see, that's not an Axum camera. That's the old school circular one, not the other one that looks like.
I wonder, do they have the footage, the dash footage? I would love to see what happened. I want, hopefully they do. We got a little bit left of this video.
Like a spaceship.
Yeah, because I really want to see the rest of my damn self. Like if the windshield smashes, you going pretty fast there, bro.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You going real fast now. It takes a lot of force to break that now. This ain't a regular window. It's a windshield.
But he was going like 65.
Oh,
so that's kind of that's fast,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. That's fast. That's fast.
To hit somebody, that's fast.
Right.
And what is he looking at now?
Hey, he's looking at bunch of my footage from the vehicle, from the in-car video.
Sorry. Let's see. All right. I always forget that B now means break. So yeah, that B means he's in the break. So
on the video, you've seen videos like this, right?
Correct, sir.
And the B that he's talking about, when it signals on there, B, that means you've activated the brake on your vehicle.
First time I've heard that. So so he's a A&I investigator, so he knows all the ins and outs about the investigation. It's the first time I've heard that. I didn't even know that they recorded whenever we hit the brake.
So he's at It's at 60 when he's hitting the bike.
You're at 60 when you hit the brake. Did I hear that correctly?
That's what he's saying, yes.
That's 2 times the speed limit.
Accident during time I'm using is 22. Yeah. But I don't think he. 2256. All right. Seven.
And what does this officer appear to be doing right now at this point in the video of plaintiff's exhibit number 3?
From what I'm looking at, how fast was I going and at what time I hit my brakes before hitting the vehicle.
Yeah, keep drinking that water so you can
See if
calm
I
down.
can get the distance on this when I get back onto the computer. So I don't know if you got any storage yet. It's pretty much the same. He's going to a flock hit, which is on vehicles. He's coming down left lane. Armada is also in the left lane. Looking at GPS is telling him to make a U-turn here, going to business. He keeps coming to the store. Get that away.
So I said, you know, signal, like trying to make a sudden
I can't.
turn or something.
Well, of course, looking at that video, like, well, stop.
Right.
But it's a blur on the computer. It's blurry, but once it comes to the
So this officer says that on the video, this other driver that was transporting my client, he was at a stop, according to this officer,
According to him, yes.
based on his review of the dash cam footage from your squad car.
Correct.
Let me get this right. You jump out your vehicle and ask him why he stopped like that when he was supposed to stop like that at a
At
damn
the stop sign. Oh shit. Yeah.
You're right, brother. He's a narcissist times 4, bro.
Narcissist all the way.
What? I mean, bro, this is just laughable, bro. And this is coming from his rank, bro. His rank and file, bro.
Yeah.
They watched the playback, and the car he
I don't
hit
know
was at a
who
stop sign.
is a what? The car he hit, you said what?
The car he hit was at a stop sign, doing what he's supposed to do. As a law-abiding citizen, he slammed the back of him. He jumped out his vehicle and said, "Why'd you stop like that?"
Right.
But if he had ran that red light, I mean, not the red light, the stop sign, he'd have got a moving violation.
Right. You would have pulled him over.
Exactly. See,
but actually, he would never have noticed because he was on his phone.
Exactly. And he slammed in back of him, reaching for his phone. But if if he wasn't in trouble, if I was his ranked officer, He would be in trouble now for doing all this lying and making us look like a bunch of damn bozos. See, I will fire. I will fire him over this deposition, bro.
Do that. Don't they prep you before going to one of these? Like, you know, the sergeant will go up to you and be like, "All right, look, son, go in here and you know, say exactly what, you know, just to prep him up. You know, I mean, be stern. Don't scratch your face too much. Don't look around, and you know what I mean? Like, actually prep you for this, right?
I mean, chances are that he was, or he probably wasn't. But brother, you described him correctly. Do you think a narcissist will take any of the? A narcissist think he can outsmart people, and you know everybody else is dumb besides him. So
the facts.
You know what I mean. So he's trying to wing it and trying to convince us that we're not looking at, you know, that we're not seeing what we're seeing.
Right. We're wrong. We're wrong. We're wrong.
Exactly. To convince us that we're wrong. And, you know, the lawyer's dealing with him. You know what I'm saying? The lawyer's dealing with him real good. And a narcissist is going to do things just the way he's doing it.
Right.
Avenue?
Second Avenue. And Second Avenue is a 30-mile-per-hour zone.
Why did I do that? Don't start the damn thing over.
I didn't know it was a 30 miles an hour zone. Oh, and you were going 65? Ooh.
Yeah. He was moving. Let me see. I don't messed up.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Let me let this load a little bit, brother. Just load a little bit, because I don't hit the wrong button and it started over. Yeah, I can't endure that line again, bro. I can't endure that line again, bro. I can't do it.
You know what this is making me feel like? This is making me feel like Menace to Society. Okay, so you said
yeah, exactly.
12.
You know you don't fucked up, right? You know you don't fucked up, right? Oh, Bill Duke.
Oh man. Oh damn.
It's giving me a hard time, brother. Okay, now we got it.
No, I'll probably use the intersection. So whatever second have, and then we're changing progressively.
That vehicle that we see here at timestamp 4 minutes and 12 seconds on what I've pre-marked as Plaintiff's Exhibit 1, that's your squad car involved in the wreck on July 21st, 2023.
That is correct.
That's correct?
That is correct, sir.
We've seen it already. I'll let this load up.
We got to go to Exhibit 3. Yeah.
Cause I damn sure can't endure that no more.
Nah.
Right, I'm gonna pull up exhibit number 2. It's another clip from the officer, one of those responding officers' body cam footage. You ready?
Ready, sir.
Now this is the same.
You know that I didn't even consider that, Brother Kyrie. Chances are he probably was under the influence. Chances are, you know, they said chances are, you know, he probably didn't go to the hospital for that reason, because he said he don't, or he could say he could, because he said he, not from his knowledge, you know, he don't know whether or not he went to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's telling us. He said, not to my knowledge. I didn't go to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? So chances are he may have went to the hospital or he didn't go to the hospital for that reason, because if he did take a sobriety test, which is required, it's not even written that he wasn't reprimanded for driving drunk. That's probably why they took him out the damn vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Good observation, brother Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? They probably took him out the vehicle for that reason and had him as a passenger for months. But if he say that, it'll further incriminate him and further do damage to his, his credibility and what the attorneys is seeking in this deposition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same officer whose body cam footage we saw in the last deposition exhibit. It's just a separate clip.
Some more.
From board. But you did have a passenger in the car, so that's gonna guarantee. Okay, we're drinking them, but I'm still gonna. Yeah, let's just do it. Did he admit to driving? Yeah, he said he was driving. He was in the left lane going this way. He has someone make the U-turn, so he slows down to make a U-turn. Next thing you know, it's like a hit behind. Okay, yeah, that's kind of the same story that dude. All right, I have their IDs. If you want to go start your stuff, I'm going to finish up with the officer and get him out of here. Yeah. Okay. Next, Mono. Figure out what talking. They'll probably go wreck the ballot. That's what I figured. But...
Why did he take a picture of you? Just to investigate?
It's part of the investigation.
John.
He's taking pictures of the injuries to your arm?
Correct.
Anywhere else? Don't say anything. I think right here. And my rib. Is this from it? Was that old? Okay. And then in midsection. Okay.
Self-entitled.
Yeah. So did have my my seatbelt on. Dropped my phone over on fruit. Took it off. Never put it back on. Okay. Yeah. So at the accident, you didn't have it on. I did not have that. Yeah, I didn't. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that things became about other representations they've made.
Yes, sir.
All right, Jonathan, what I got up here on the screen, I've marked as plaintiff's deposition exhibit number 3. By the way, these are all pre-marked and they tend to go out of order. So it's fine, arbitrary, just so you know.
Okay.
This is what I represent to you be a clip from that same responding officer's body cam footage. It's again a clip from a much longer set of footage, single set of footage.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and play it.
On cameras, man. I guess we'll go with this one.
This is where we were. He was checking out the dash cam footage, and that's how they found out that the vehicle that was rear-ended was actually at a stop sign.
Right.
So you had an old camera in your vehicle?
There you go. Yeah. As you can see, that's not an Axum camera. That's the old school circular one, not the other one that looks like a spaceship.
And what is he looking at now?
Hey, he's looking at much of my footage from the vehicle, from the car video.
Sorry. Let's see. All right. I always forget that B now means break. So yeah, that B means he's in the break. So
on the video, you've seen videos like this, right?
Correct, sir.
And the B that he's talking about, when it signals on there, B, that means you've activated the brake on your vehicle.
First time I've heard that. So so he's a A&I investigator. So he knows all the ins and outs about the investigation. It's the first time I've heard that. I didn't even know that they recorded whenever we hit the brake.
so he's at that's 60 when he's hitting the break.
You're at 60 when you hit the brake. Did I hear that correctly?
That's what he's saying, yes.
Keep in mind, my brother T. Wriggles, this is the same department where a female officer shot a brother in his own apartment, you know what I'm saying, and claimed that she thought that she was in her own apartment. You know what I'm saying? Shot a brother in his own apartment and said she thought she was in her apartment when you knew it wasn't your apartment when you didn't see your furniture. You didn't see your couch. You didn't see your dining room table. You know what I'm saying? You saw a man in his living room eating ice cream, watching football. That's what you're saying. And you didn't see the numbers on that door consistent with the numbers that's on your door. There's no way. This is the same department that Amber Geiger killed both from John and made it an excuse that she thought she was at her apartment and someone had broke in. So go figure. This is the type of people they hire. Ones who make excuses. Incompetent. Salute to Milestone Thoughts. Thanks for tapping in, good brother. Peace.
Accidentally during the time I'm using his 2250. Yeah. But I don't think he. 2256. All right.
And what does this officer appear to be doing right now at this point in the video of plaintiff's exhibit number 3?
From what I'm looking at, how fast was I going and at what time I hit my brakes before hitting the vehicle.
I'll see if I can get the distance on them when I get back onto the computer. So I don't know if you got any storage yet. As it's pretty much the same. He's going to a flock hit, which is stolen vehicles. He's coming down left lane. Armada is also in the left lane. Looking at GPS is telling to make a U-turn here, going to business. He keeps coming and we saw it. Get the way.
So I said, you can signal, like trying to make a certain
I can't.
turn or something.
Well, of course, looking at that video, you probably won't stop.
Right.
But it's a blur on the computer. It's blurry, but once it comes to the
So this officer says that on the video, this other driver that was transporting my client, he was at a stop, according to this officer,
According to him, yes.
based on his review of the dash cam footage from your squad car.
Correct. That's his perspective from what he's looking at the video.
it's much clearer.
Okay.
Now, why is what this man saying and seeing is from his perspective?
Yeah.
This dude here, bro. He's
I did like that choice of wording right there. So from his perspective, so what you saying, like basically your perspective and his is wrong. That's what it sounded like.
That's what it sounds like. You know, it's like exactly what we described. Trying to tell us we're not seeing what we're seeing, trying to say that what his supervisor seen is not what he's seeing from his perspective, which is not consistent with this officer's perspective. He's wrong. He's wrong he's wrong as what his eyes are showing him. You know, correct. From
like
his... Go ahead, good brother.
Yeah, go ahead, my bad.
Now you got it.
It's almost like he's saying, like, but that's his opinion.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's not even a matter of opinion when it comes to what you're seeing.
That part.
He's parked at a stop sign. You ran into him. But that's from his perspective. That's undermining that, like I said, if I'm your supervisor and you're doing this, if you didn't get fired first, you will be damn sure be fired now because you're out here undermining me. What I say I see. And this is the culture of policing. No accountability. Break the law, violate people's rights, be tyrannical, be murderers. This is what they hire. And this is what they teach. You're above the law. The law pertains to the citizens. You don't have to obey the law. And he tried to tell us that he don't give people tickets. If you pull somebody over for going 2 times over the speed limit, he don't write them tickets. He say it's okay because you're with the flow of traffic. I'm supposed to believe that.
Yeah.
The flow of traffic. Yeah. I'm supposed to believe that the flow of traffic is twice the speed limit? No,
I'm not. No. And this officer's already stated that I don't remember 200 of my cases. So, wow.
Yeah, he did say that. So that right there is like merely incompetence. I mean, it was incompetent. It was actually incompetent hiring him. That's incompetent. That right part there alone is incompetent.
So But I'm gonna see how, because I see the brakes. So when he starts in the brakes, I could clearly see that car. Yeah. So I'm gonna see what's the distance and see how far he is.
Okay.
And
Oh, you already got your case number already?
No, yeah. So the case number is gonna be 131-945-2023. Then I'll try to have that uploaded and stuff. And then
Okay.
well, the problem with this is if it goes to Central Garage and it can't get docked at Southeast, IEDs would have to come in and extract it. They're the only ones that can extract it. You don't need food. So, and they don't work with me. So it might be a minute. So if it's not up, it's just gonna be till next week, and I'll figure it out. What? No, not yet. Not yet. Yeah. He's good to go to the hospital. He's done with them? I don't know if he's done yet. He's writing a statement. I'm done.
Once he's done with his statement, are you going with the officer? Oh, yeah.
Right. And then, I guess you control supervisor.
Who is this individual? The white guy that I'm waving my cursor over?
He's one of the sergeants. There's at any given time there's like 4, 5 sergeants at every station.
Is he one of your supervisors?
Not an immediate supervisor, but he is a sergeant at the station.
Okay.
He just happened to respond to that particular call.
And they refer to him
both these. They're both sergeants.
What are their names?
I don't know.
I don't know, sir.
Okay. The gentleman that I'm waving my cursor over at 5 minutes and 31 seconds of deposition exhibit number 3. He referred to himself or confirmed that he was the controlling officer. What is that?
Controlling officer has to be somebody that's controlling the scene. Sergeant that's on scene.
You don't know? Are you guessing?
I'm actually guessing. Yeah, he is a sergeant in charge. So if he's on scene, he's controlling the scene.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, then I'll talk to him later. Oh, it doesn't matter if you want to walk
The way I know it, it's just like, hey, he's a sergeant on scene. I've never heard a controlling officer. I just heard he's a sergeant on scene.
All right. Well, let's listen to what they have to say. Want to know?
Either way. I'll go walk the dog. That's fine. He don't got a driver's license on him. Sits at home and blatantly lying multiple times. What? Blatantly lying to me multiple times. The officer. He eventually told me the truth. He said he was wearing a seatbelt. I mean, I'm obviously not wearing it. We all should live in.
So I guess that's from his perspective too, saying that this officer lied twice before telling the truth about wearing his seatbelt. I guess what this said, he actually said to him, was from his perspective. Also, he just said he lied twice. That's what the other supervisor. He lied twice about whether or not he had his seatbelt on.
And look. This is mind-boggling. How you don't know who the controlling sergeant and his role at a scene, and you stuttering. Not only do you not know that information about the whole crime scene, which further lets me know you don't know the law at all.
And he don't know much at all, brother, because how could you not know the sergeant who's in charge of the scene? How can you not know his name or her name if it's a she? That is important to know who's on the scene as the supervisor. Yeah. He said he don't know. And I got a good question that Brother Kyrie imposed. Yeah. He said, so what was the flow of traffic at the stop sign? Zero.
Zero.
It wasn't 60 miles an hour. It wasn't even 30 miles an hour. He was at a stop sign. They're not
That's
on the
not.
highway. They're in the inner city. This guy right here, if they don't stop, he's going to turn into another Sean Grayson. That's what he's going to turn into. He's going to end up with his mentality and his inaccountability and his narcissism. He's going to end up shooting and killing somebody. This guy right here. He's going to shoot and kill somebody next.
Look, and not to know. That's like saying that you don't know your assistant coach's name on the team. This is what you just said. Like how you don't know. There's only 4 sergeants. You feel me? And I know that pictures are posted everywhere. You know, that when you walk in, you'll see, oh, that's Sergeant McElroy, that's Sergeant Jenkins. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you would know these, every person underneath the sergeants will know every sergeant's name.
But wait a minute, T. Wriggles. Usually a sergeant do the ComStat.
And what's that? I don't even know what that is.
Is you go in, before they go out, you give them their duties and their assignments and their sectors.
Damn. That's right.
That's what a sergeant does. He stand at the podium. He tell them what's going on in the community, what we need to deal with, and what, you know what I'm saying? And he give them their sectors and their assignments. So sergeants do the ComStat. So how the hell you don't know who the sergeant is? You don't know none of the sergeants, and they're the ones who do the ComStat. Makes no sense to me.
That's why he scratched his head, because he scratched his head like, man, I see him every day. you piece of crap.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? No, don't be that disrespectful, bro. Because,
you're right. My bad.
You shouldn't be that disrespectful to a piece of crap, because he's lower than that, bro. You being disrespectful to a piece of crap.
This is
he's below a piece of crap, bro. You disrespected a piece of crap. I was calling him that.
Yeah, I mean, you lied twice on the scene. You lying on in the court through the deposition. I mean, you just lying. This is sad, bro.
Don't got it in him, bro. You don't got it in him to tell the truth. I mean, not one time, bro. You don't got it in him.
It's way obvious. Not even showing them.
Why is it so obvious that you weren't wearing your seatbelt?
Oh, from what he showed me.
What?
From what he showed me?
What he showed you?
Yes. He was asking me. So when there's a collision, the seatbelt locks.
Mm-hmm.
So he's pulling it and he's showing me. So I started thinking, I was wearing it. Why was it?
See, it was a rhetorical question. When he asked him, was he wearing his seatbelt, he knew that he wasn't. That was a rhetorical question. And he outright lied twice.
Yeah, setting him up, like all the way through, setting him up like he's not even aware that you're falling right into the lawyer's trap right about now, and everyone's trap.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Dummy.
It locked. So that's what I'm telling you. I went back. I started thinking about everything. How everything went on. Like, okay, I wasn't wearing because I picked up my phone.
Yeah, but we can watch the video again if you'd like. But when you said that, you were sitting right next to the driver's side door. He was yanking on the seatbelt, showing it locked up, and you said, yes, I was wearing my seatbelt.
Because I was adamant. I was sure that I was wearing it. That was my answer.
Despite seeing it locked up like that.
Exactly. Yes, I was. I'm not going to tell you otherwise. I was looking at it, and that's what made me think, why did it lock? Why is he saying that I wasn't? I went over the whole thing, back on Bruton. When I turned on second, I'm like, what happened during that time? My phone fell. I had to pick it up.
Okay. Let's continue watching Exhibit 3.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks multiple times. I was like, yes. Start talking about wearing seatbelt. Yes. Wearing seatbelt. Yes. Eventually, I walked back over after being in the car because I wasn't on my seatbelt. So I don't know if somebody talked to him, but he lied to me multiple times, and he doesn't have a driver's license. So, I don't. I mean, I don't. I mean, I just told myself, man, just told me the truth. I was like, we're about to shoot. So I got the problem. Well, right now the stories match up. The problem that I'm gonna have to figure out is so in L3.
So he says the stories match up. So you reported your side of the story to this responding officer's body cam we're watching, and so did the driver of the other vehicle. That's your understanding, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're gonna play again right there.
So in L3s, it gives the GPS.
What are the L3s?
The L3s. It has to be something with the old camera.
Right.
It's something like with a map. The map with maybe it could be something with the old one.
We'll find out. You don't know though.
No.
Okay, so we're gonna restart this just so that we have continuity here in the conversation.
So I got the problem. Well, right now the stories match up. The problem that I'm gonna have to figure out is so in L3s it gives the GPS. He's traveling at 65 at one point. He starts seeing the brake at 60. I can clearly understand that shitty ass video see brake lights. Yeah. I mean,
So he's saying that on that shitty ass video, and when he says shitty ass video, he's referring to the video in your squad car.
Correct.
And what we've just heard him say in exhibit number 3 is that on the shitty ass video, he can clearly see brake lights on the vehicle that you ran into.
That is
Wow. You know, he was at a stop sign, you know, with his foot on the brakes, whoever this person was. That would, you know, as far as I'm concerned, every car that I've known, when you put your feet on the brake lights come on, right? That's an indication that you at a stop. Am I correct?
Right.
You know, and
yeah, absolutely.
But he didn't see them because he was reaching for his phone.
His phone.
That's why he didn't. And plus, he wasn't paying attention in the first place because, you know, he was texting while driving, and then when he dropped his phone, he took his seatbelt off so he can grab his phone. That's when he took his seatbelt off.
Yeah.
And that's what caused the accident.
Yeah. And you know what police officers would like to say too is that when you're speeding, one of the questions is like what's the rush? Like where were you heading that you had to go this fast? You know, that's one of the questions that I've been 2 times with that one for me. Like, where are you going? Like, where were you? What was the rush? What was the rush that you have to be going 85 on a 65 mile an hour freeway? What's going on, Mr. Francis? Man.
You know, and you know, in his case, you ask the same question they ask us, brother. What's the emergency?
Yeah.
And he said it was a non-emergency call, so he could have taken his time and got there, and he could have gotten there safe, and the person he hit, you know, would have been safe, but his recklessness, you know, prevented all that.
Yeah. The look on this lawyer's face right now.
It's like I know you. And dude, you've been lying to me all damn day. This is the look you got on your face.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna play your game. I'm just gonna let you, you know, keep digging yourself in the, you know, keep digging your own the ditch you're gonna be in. That's all.
That's all. Making this whole department look like fools right now, yo. Like that's
already.
Like this is bad. This is really bad. Like I want this needs to be put in the training of police officers when you do something wrong, you know, and you have to get up there, you know, this should be the template for not to sound like this. Like, you're supposed to know your sergeant's names. You're supposed to tell the truth. You know, do you understand what I'm saying? These are things that police officers, you should know when, if you mess up like this. You gotta know how to talk and operate, and you know, because you're gonna be on camera.
Yeah, and this dude, you know, as you were saying earlier, as far as how you answer questions, when we were talking about, you know, making sure those questions are answered short instead of, you know, the word salad.
Right.
You're definitely certain to incriminate yourself with the word salad, all these extra unnecessary words, when you could just, you know, do a 2-word, 3-word answer and leave it at that, or just plead the fifth for fearing of incriminating yourself. But no, he want to run his damn mouth.
Yeah, like you want to sound like, he's giving me this feeling that you want to sound like you're an intelligent fellow. You know exactly what's going on. Like with certain answers I heard, he comes off as, I know what I'm talking about. But in reality,
you know that's going right. You know what it's going right back to, right? Right back to what you said.
Yo, yeah.
They're narcissism. That's
Yeah.
going right back to that. Going right back to it.
You know what I'm saying? Because you think that you're really smart out here. You really do think that? No, I know exactly. But you don't know your sergeant's name, bro.
Exactly. None of the supervisors on the scene, you know, he don't know their name. You know the regular officer's name, but he don't know the supervisor's names. That's ridiculous. And they're the only ones who can reprimand him and you know, give him some type of you know, punishment for his deed. But he don't know their name.
You don't know their names.
That's what he's saying. Yes.
See those lights. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna have to figure out what the distance is. Figure out. And I know we're probably with the record is here. Let's see. We're gonna take it over there. If I can run it on southeast. I was gonna know because I told him IUD. If it goes to the garage, IUDs can have. So they're almost like why weren't heavy? Oh, can they do the L3s now? They come out and swap their chips.
My brother, I'm going to end it right here. We're going to have to do part 2 of this. It's at the hour mark of this video, and you know, we're going to have to do part 2. We only got a half hour left of the video, so we can come back and do a part 2 of this deposition to see what, you know, what happened towards the end of the video. I stopped it at the hour mark, so it's right on the hour mark, and we could you know, chop it up and on another date to get to the bottom of this. You know, it like the title says, brother, it could be a dash cam or body cam, or it could be a camera that we have on them. They'll still lie.
Still, yeah. That's just what you know, not a decent. They're not decent. Some people are just not decent people. You know,
exactly.
and it takes really. And I'm gonna throw this out there, Bro.Nasir. Like real men, real ones now will say, yeah, that's me. And real men will say, nah, this ain't got nothing to do with me. A real man will know when he's at fault and when he's not. You know what I mean? So
definitely. You know, and you know what we say when we are at error, a man will go back and retract his statement. You know what I'm saying? If he at error, you know, if he's wrong, he'll go back and retract or try to remedy, you know what I'm saying, the situation. And like the brother said, you know, the counselor painted a beautiful picture of the officer and his incompetence. It's brother, it's like
Yeah.
canvas, bro. You know what I'm saying? All he got to do is sign it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He paint, you know what I'm saying? And guess what, bro? You know, the officer gave him the paintbrush, the canvas, you know what I'm saying? The crescendo colors and the whole nine, bro.
Yeah.
The officer painted the damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. Crazy.
Yeah. This is crazy, man. But you know, this is an issue within every department. From CIA to FBI to all of these, these departments here, and to be hiring these type of narcissistic people, and some of them are in very high ranking positions here.
Yes.
You feel me? And to me, in my book of life, Brother Nasir, that anyone that's a narcissist here, like, you've got this very negative attachment to you. And if you're in these top spots in very high ranking positions, and you have this narcissistic trait running inside of your body, this makes total sense on why there's so much corruption.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct, brother. But you know what, though? The police culture is not consistent with the academy. It's not consistent with what they teach you in the academy. They teach you all this noble stuff and all this serve and protect stuff and this and that. And then when and then got another part of the academy where they're teaching you survival and all that stuff. They're not teaching you public safety. They're teaching you officer safety. And then when you get with an FTO, the FTO tell you to forget about everything that you learned in the academy. This is how it's done.
Yeah.
Forget all that stuff. Undermining all of that. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Forget everything about what you were taught in the damn academy. This is police culture. We got to look out for each other, and then whether we're wrong or right, and they expect us to trust them when they're untrustworthy. They expect it. And the police culture, again, is not consistent with what they teach you. But my brother,
and for him,
go ahead, good brother.
And for him to say that, I just want to live a regular average life, like, that just lets me know, like, you don't understand your role that you play being a police officer. You're not average at all. You can take someone's life. You can ruin someone's life forever. And that's you know what I'm saying? That occupation, man, it's tough. And look, and I'm not knocking them. I can never be a police officer. You know what I mean? I can probably be an investigator all day. Do you know what I mean? But police work is very difficult, and it's a very serious matter. It's so serious that it's mandatory that you should know your sergeant's name off top. Period. That's how serious it is.
Exactly. But you know what, though? My brother been putting some gems in the chat all night, brother Kyrie of the Enemy's Public.
Oh, Kyrie dropped him. Yeah.
He dropped him. It could be that they don't like him and they're sacrificing him, throwing him out there, letting him incriminate himself. Could be.
Could be.
Could be.
Yeah,
And he's doing a damn good. He's doing a damn good job incriminating himself too. He's doing a damn good job.
Yeah. He's this is it's a good template for the department for what not to do, how to speak, and all of this. You know, when you say you don't know certain things, that's not when you don't know basic things, that's not good. That's not good. And just like the brother said, you know, hey, he might have been intoxicated.
Exactly. Might have been intoxicated, brother. That's something to consider, and which is the reason why he didn't want, you know, he didn't mention when he said, you know, did you go to the hospital? He said, not that I know of. You can't remember whether or not you went to the hospital. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Nah.
Yeah, come on. Like it doesn't like I know what the lawyer's probably thinking out the gate. Damn, like you really have this. You got it bad. You got this narcissistic shit bad, bro. Real bad.
Yes, sir. Well, my brother.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna land this plane right here, brother. I thank everybody for joining us this evening as we you know, keep our feet on these people, brother. You know, and expose them for who they truly are. You know, I thank my brother T. Wriggles for joining me. We did it again, brother. A nice strong build on, you know, how they will still lie and violate people's rights despite being on camera.
Yeah, off top.
Yes, exactly. I want to thank my brother Kyrie of the Enemy's Public. I want to thank Milestone Thoughts. My brother Dangerous Music, thanks for tapping in. Cuban Crisis, Drake Cops Music, Big Dog Philly OG. My brother, big brother DJ Cuddy, Hurricane JW. Thank you all for tapping in. I appreciate it. Thank you to my wife. She's always watching. She watched the whole program, brother. And you know, she's one of my yeah, she watched the whole program, bro. She's one of my top supporters. And I came in here, brother. I came in here, brother, you know, after eating a very scrumptious dinner, brother. And you know, I had my one meal. One meal for the day, brother. And she made it count, brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She made the one meal count. She makes it count when she do it, brother. So, you know, I came here. I said, well, I'm gonna do it anyway, brother. You know, so I'm sitting back in the chair, you know. And I thank you for joining me, brother. We did it again, brother T. Wriggles.
Yeah, man. My bad for coming kind of late, man. Like I love these type of streams, Bro.Nasir, because you know the more because you know you really good. I'm always going to tell you this. You're really good at activating my little warrior spirit I got going. You know what I mean? But this one right here, investigating and looking at body languages, listening to the words being spoken out of a liar's mouth. Oh, I like this all day. I can do this all day. And thank you for having me, Bro.Nasir.
Thank you for joining me, brother. I appreciate it. And until next time, this is your brother Nasir with T. Wriggles. And this is the Enemy's Public. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section. Peace.
What?
Get your copy of Fire. It's definitely a must read. If you enjoy hood books, this one is it. Just like the title of the book, it's officially fire. Get it on Amazon, paperback or Kindle.